Look me in the eye. Look me in the eye. Are you ready to go? LB, are you ready to go? Nikki, you ready to go? We're going to do this. Laura, you ready to go? All right, we're going to do it. We're going to kill it.
Are you ready?
Every one of us. I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm ready. We are going to kill it.
Yes.
Okay. Y'all gonna like these bomb pops. Are good.
Are we recording?
Yes. Not for consumption yet, though.
Oh, is
Carefully.
this a candle cutter? What is it?
Oh.
The lighter.
Wow. Wait, I need to turn it off. I shouldn't just. You just don't go press the buttons. Or you just don't need to press buttons. That was wild. Ooh.
Hey, sippers. Wait, don't laugh. Hey, sippers. Laura here from 4 Sips In. I've got my besties. We got Brianna.
Hey.
LB.
Hello.
Nikki.
What up?
And it is our 4th of July episode, so we are rocking here with our bomb pops, red, white, and blue. We're drinking, I can't say this, Freya Nay. Anyone else want to try that?
Freyexanet. That's what I'm going
Yeah,
with.
exactly.
That's a
Freya
country
Nay.
version.
Short,
We're gonna
no
go-
one knows.
Yep. It's Prosecco Rosé, and it is sparkling wine because this week is sparkling wine week. It doesn't say much except government warning. I imagine that's on all the bottles. It's a small girth, 750 milliliters, I'm sure, because all of our bottles have been 750
And that's a really pretty bottle.
It is a pretty bottle. You
Right.
picked a good one.
Yeah,
It was very
Yeah,
pretty.
he did help us. Going down to Fifth and Handle, they're great. They're going to help you pick out your wine. Just tell them what you like, and they will help you. Mention 4 Sips In, get 15% off. You're good to go.
Sweet.
I'm not going to open this because I know it's going to pop. So,
I got it.
Brianna, please help. You're like the adultier adult in the room. You know what I mean? Like, anytime we struggle
And
with
she's the
something-
baby.
Yeah.
She is. She is the baby. But she's the, like, most mature. She's the adultier adult.
I mean, me
Anytime
and
we
Nikki are
struggle.
pretty mature, aren't we?
It depends on the day.
It's
For
Sunday.
me, not for you. For me.
I mean, it's Sunday. Well,
I mean, it just
It
depends.
depends on if I want to be or not.
right.
Anytime we need help, though,
And I usually
Brianna
don't
steps
want
up.
to.
If I had to, like, make sure I had an adult, it'd be Brianna.
Let's
Yes,
sprinkle
get
around
your
a
bomb
little
pops.
bit. You want another one?
Yes.
There
it is.
Oh
my
shit. Where's the thing?
Did this get shaken up?
Maybe when I was talking about it.
Well, sippers, we had a bit of an explosion, but we are back. We are cleaned up.
Okay, I'm gonna pour.
Perfect.
I tell you what, I'm a big fan of these pops. Every time the pop hits the wine, it like fizzes. It's something. So happy 4th of July, listeners. We're excited to be celebrating with you guys. Hopefully you've got a bomb pop of your own and you're out by the pool, hanging out, drinking your wine that you got from Fifth and Handle. And we will be right back. Hey sippers, it's Laura with 4 Sips In. Looking for something new for girls' night? Head on over to Fifth and Handle Spirits and Cigars in Bristol Park Public Shopping Center in Northport. They have amazing selections, great pricing, and friendly and knowledgeable staff ready to help you choose your next bottle. Mention 4 Sips In to get 15% off your next wine purchase. But I just thought, like, we could maybe reminisce about past 4th of Julys. Maybe if you guys have some
Stories.
funny stories, or things that you guys do every year. What's that called when you do
A
it?
tradition.
Tradition. If you had a tradition or
I'll go.
a party trick or something. Yeah, I'm here.
So, because my little one was born on July 2nd, that's the week I always take off work to make sure, like, I'm there with Piper. And my dad's birthday is actually July 6th, so it's it's kind of a family tradition to
Double
celebrate
whammy.
with Piper and my dad. So it's always something going on family-wise. So, big fun.
So you get like holiday pay, and then you get your vacation. So you get like extra long vacation, and you get to celebrate 2 birthdays and the holiday.
So, the weekend that she was born on a Friday.
It was a fun Friday.
I went into labor trying to go to work Friday morning on July 2nd. Drove myself to the hospital.
That's impressive.
Oh, yeah, that is impressive.
But it's not, because I'm just such a control freak. I need to be in control. Like, that's pretty much it. But, so, yes, went to the hospital, and that was, like, first thing in the morning, and I was still not, like, progressing. So, at 5 o'clock, they're like, we're going to do a C-section, and I was like, yeah, you're ready to go home for your 4th of July weekend.
We're done.
Hey, we're
We're
done.
done with you.
Did you have a C-section?
Mm-hmm.
Everything good?
She was in distress when we did the C-section, And whenever they went in, the cord was around her neck.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was actually a really short cord. So if I'd actually tried to go, like, deliver her naturally, it would not have been a good situation.
It's good that they did it.
It's good that they went ahead and did it, yeah. So, yes, that's my big 4th of July memory. It's getting out of the hospital on the 4th of July.
Oh, there you go. A real Independence Day for sure.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. Isn't that wild? They just like send you home with a new baby. It's like, here.
Lord, that's what I thought. I was like, there's nobody here to tell me what I'm supposed to be doing. Where's my adult to your adult?
Yeah. Where's Brianna?
I wouldn't have been helpful at that time.
I'm like, I cannot believe they're just sending me home with this kid.
It's mind blowing, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
They do at least help you like get them in the car seat, in the car. Like that's the extent of it. I remember like them putting Dustin in the car seat and making sure he was all strapped in. I'm like, okay, well, what about tonight?
Yeah.
You know, like, you got him in the car. I'm gonna drive him home, but like, who's gonna make sure he's okay tonight?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, what about tonight?
It's amazing for me how different it was with the second one, though, because with our second daughter, I left the hospital as soon as they would let me. They will do the hearing test at 24 hours, and then you can check yourself out right after the hearing test. And I was like, goodbye.
I didn't know that. You were a pro at that point.
Yeah, well, I was bored, and because it was in the hospital, stuck, and it was also still COVID measures, even though it was 2022 by this point.
Oh my gosh.
They still were only allowing like one visitor at a time, and there's so much going on. I was just like, get me out of this place. I know what to do. Just send me home.
You had Andy during COVID, though, right?
No, I had her before COVID hit.
Before COVID hit. Okay.
So had her in January of 2020. And then COVID
You were still
didn't really
maternity
come in. I was
leave
still
on it.
maternity
Yes,
leave.
that's
so
what
I had the
remembering,
world's
yeah.
longest maternity leave because I went back to work for a day and a half before I was sent home.
Did you at least try to come in?
Oh, I did. I
They
went
got
back
sent
for
home?
the day and a half, and then I got sent home.
Yeah.
Because you're also, like, it was not a good idea for me to come back. I tried to come back because I was like, yes, we all need to be together, and I need to do this, and, like, this is what leaders do. Leaders show up. And so I come back, but your immune system is really not good after you have a baby, like in the first few months. And so I immediately got sent back home. But so did everyone. I mean, by the end of the week, everybody was at home, so it's not like
Everybody was working from home.
Yeah, it was just, I got sent home on, like, Wednesday, and everybody else was sent home on Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4th of July. Well, first off, after eating this pop, I immediately looked at the wooden stick to look for a joke or something, and they're not there. So they need to fix that.
They need to fix that.
It's because Matt got the wrong ones. I wanted the big fat ones. These are the little tiny
No,
slim
these
ones.
are perfect. These are perfect. Because
That's
they would probably
probably
want
all
to fit
they
in the
had.
glass if it was a bigger one.
Yeah, those big ones are huge.
Yeah, they're
my
the
fat
kids
ones,
get them
though.
at the pool. They're huge.
I think no matter what popsicle you have, there needs to be some words on the stick, or like "Why the chicken cross the road" or something like that, Anyway, they were by this candle, and I figured I should move them.
That's a good call. Yeah.
I'll put it back in there.
Okay, I'll get one more.
We should have had like a macaroni and cheese cook-off.
This is great. That's too much work. No, yeah, those macaroni and cheese cooked off. You can do that. That would be a good 4th of July thing. Or like have some sort of like cook contest or like barbecue contest or something like that. Or
That
like,
would be fun.
That's a good idea.
do y'all buy fireworks for 4th?
We always did growing up. That was like a big thing on the 4th of July. We always got fireworks, and we got like the big booming fireworks.
Okay.
It depends, because we're usually at my dad's at the farm. It depends on how much it's rained. So if he thinks the grass is too dry, then we don't do fireworks.
Yeah.
That's a good move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Smart
Well,
man.
we live in Northport. Like, it's illegal. And we hear
People
the fireworks
still do it.
all around us.
Oh yeah.
But I wouldn't, because I know it's illegal, and so I'm not going to do that. But
well, the dog, like, who else has trouble with the dog?
I mean, I think that's like the number one like post is like remember dogs,
It stresses mine out. He's so afraid of everything.
Yeah.
I don't know why
Yeah.
he thinks everything is, like, whatever it is, he thinks it's going to eat us. So he has to tell me about it.
So
Sorry-
the
sorry,
fireworks definitely hit differently once you have pets and then once you have kids.
Yeah. It's like, oh my
And
Once
you're
it's
like, I
bedtime.
swear, if you wake my child up for your poor firework display, we are gonna fight.
Well, also, newsflash, people. I don't know if y'all realize this, but the 4th of July is all day. It's not midnight. Like, you don't have to shoot
It's
them off
3
at
days
midnight.
before and 3 days after.
But
Like,
it's only nighttime, you know.
why
for 2
is
hours.
it?
No, when they're still shooting them off on July 8th, I'm like,
Oh,
okay, get a job.
Right.
Like, do anything
People
else.
do, but I guess it also depends on like how soon the weekend is after the 4th day. Because like if the weekend, like I think it's on a Thursday this year.
This year, yeah.
So I'll expect fireworks Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or
Yeah.
It'll be
Yeah,
all
too.
weekend. Yeah.
But you know, like I enjoy watching them at others' expense. You know, like buying them. Like really,
Yeah.
like they're expensive.
Oh, yeah, they are.
And for me, it's like they're just gonna burst. I mean, it's worth it, but I'm like, dang, you don't pay all that money.
It's like the same concept as toilet paper. You spend a lot of money to just flush it down the toilet.
Yeah.
I never thought about it like that.
The best, like, 4th of July fireworks sequence that I had was in college. I interned for a summer in Boston, and Boston did their huge fireworks display on July 3rd when I was up there. So saw this huge fireworks display. At the time, it was the 3rd largest in the country. And then that was on Friday. And so the next day we drove to New York City and went to New York City and saw their
Oh.
fireworks display on the 4th.
Oh wow.
And at the time, that was the largest in the country. So it was like back-to-back days I
Wow.
got the best fireworks.
I bet.
And it was.
And
It
was.
lived up to
Oh,
that?
it lived up. It was awesome. I mean, we
Beat
we
Disney?
were well, I mean, Disney fireworks are very different. That's a totally different concept. Now I've never been to Disney on the 4th of July to see if they do anything different then.
I don't think I could handle the crowd.
Yeah, I mean, that would be insane.
That's stressing me out.
Now, Boston's wasn't as insane as New York. New York City's was insane, and of course, I didn't really know where we were going. We went with almost zero plan. In fact, we almost missed the last train back to where we needed to go. So that was a little scary. But it was a lot of fun. And then when I found out we didn't miss the last train and a new train was coming, we had enough time to get ice cream before that next train. So it's a good way to end
worked
the
out.
evening. Yeah. Fireworks, ice cream.
Because who doesn't love ice cream on the 4th of July?
Right. It's perfect.
Have y'all seen all the TikToks about, not just TikToks, I see it on Facebook too, all the sharks that are in the Gulf right now?
Yes,
saw
and
that.
I leave Thursday evening for the beach.
Florida?
Yeah.
Are you going to 38?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So
What's 30
I'm
in?
scared.
That's like Fort Walton and
I don't know.
Seaside, that kind of area.
No, I'm further down. We're going to PCB, but it's not that far from
From where they had the shark
where the
attack.
sharks
yeah.
have been. I've heard that they think that it's one shark.
Oh.
that got all 3
Ooh, that
people.
makes it personal.
That got all 3 people.
So it's like this shark is on a mission. Like
And
if it's
apparently,
one shark,
like that's like what happens. Of one shark will go berserk, and but yeah, it got 3 people, and 2 of them like very like life threatening injuries, got airlifted out of there.
I think one beach closed.
They all closed, like that whole area, PCB, Destin, Seaside, all of them. They all closed the water on Friday, and the police like searched the water to see
They
what the
find the
shark
shark?
activity was like. I don't know if they found that specific shark, but they were just seeing what the shark activity was like. And I mean, they did see a lot of sharks, so you have to be really careful.
We don't normally get a lot of sharks, do we? Like, I don't know what that's about.
I guess right now is a busy
Or
time
they're
for
like
them because
38
something
is the
about the
place to
water.
be,
Yeah,
that's
there's
what
so
we-
many people you can snack on.
Or they're always there, and this year people are not listening to stay out of the water.
Well, some people have said that there is a lot more, like they've seen a lot more onshore fishing, which could be bringing them in. Of like when you're fishing for, whether you're fishing for shark or other fish, you know, it kind of brings in the fish. And then something about like the temperature of the water right now is really good for the bait fish, and the bait fish are swimming in more than they usually do.
Wow.
I don't know, but
Have y'all ever watched Jaws?
scary.
Mm-hmm.
No.
I've never fully
I was a
watched
kid.
Jaws. So, like, usually when we're at the farm, like, at some point they play Jaws, and somehow I always miss it. Like, I never end up, like, making it through. We're usually playing, like, a lot of board games. Do y'all's family play board game?
When
I
when
love
people
board
can
games.
be like awake and sober,
Yeah.
We do a lot of card games, but not
Card
as many
games,
board
board
games.
So, like, with my brother-in-law, my favorite thing to play is Catan. So that's a good one that we play a lot. But so we'll play board games and have usually 4th of July is like Top Gun, Jaws, that kind of stuff. But somehow I always end up missing it. I've never watched the whole movie.
You need to watch it. You might learn something before you go back to the beach.
Yeah, maybe that's going to be mine and Piper's, like, we have to watch.
We're just.
Have you seen Jaws? What do you learn?
I mean,
Stay out of the water.
Stay
yeah.
out of the water. Yeah, legit. Like, get a bigger boat. We're gonna need a
Don't
bigger
try
boat.
to be the brave guy.
Are there any other movies y'all feel like you have to watch over the 4th? I know you don't watch movies, but
I don't watch movies.
do
Yeah.
y'all watch movies over the 4th of July? Is there, like, a movie that you feel like you need to watch every year?
A Die Hard. Isn't that a Christmas movie?
That's a
though?
Christmas movie, yeah.
I don't know. I don't have anything specific. I don't have any
I'm big on
traditions.
wanting I want apple pie on the 4th.
I can see that. I feel like the 4th is like an ice cream holiday, so I want a lot of ice cream.
Yeah, like apple pie a la mode, of course.
Yes, most definitely.
And
Oh,
not
ribs.
vanilla bean ice cream. Like you got to do like a home style vanilla.
What's the
Home style
difference?
vanilla, or we do a lot of homemade ice cream.
Homemade ice cream.
Yes,
Oh, yeah, that's a
the
great
holiday
time
for
for
the
homemade ice cream.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dad does ribs on like not your like average grill, but like those full. Like you have to have 2 people to have a grill. Set the grill down, like, and they just puts those ribs on there, and he spends all day cooking basically.
Man, y'all have like all these family traditions. Like, I don't have any. Like, none. I don't have any. Like, whatever me and Matt decide to do on 4th of July, which usually the extent would be like the little tiny fire things. What are they called?
Oh, sparklers.
Sparklers.
Yeah.
Because
Love
Dustin
sparklers.
thinks apparently that they don't hurt, and he was a kid and he put his finger on it because he just didn't realize that it would hurt. So even those are like off limits in our house, like sparklers.
My mother-in-law's birthday is 4th of July. So for some of the past few years, we've been celebrating her, like going to visit. And that's what we're doing this year. We're going to visit her.
Is that the beach trip?
No, we're going to the beach literally this week. So a little scared about those sharks, but we're going to Richmond, Virginia to see them.
Just on the way up there, just put Jaws in on your kids.
Oh God! But have y'all
don't think I'm
seen?
gonna
Have
do
y'all
that.
watched it? I mean, it looks old. I mean, it's
Yeah.
it
It's a
doesn't
old
look
movie.
as real as
It's an
it
old movie.
once
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's that.
It's
Yeah,
old
I
school
feel like
movie.
my kids at this point would just be confused.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
oh,
Like,
God,
what's
the
that
music
big
makes us
animatronic thing? You
Yeah.
know? That big robot.
Yeah, I haven't
Yeah.
watched it fully.
We went to one of those dinosaur displays that have some of the animatronic dinosaurs and a bunch of statues of the dinosaurs. I was like, oh man, I bet this was much cooler like 10 years ago.
Probably, yes.
And it's just like, oh, this technology is wildly unimpressive now.
Which did they make multiple Jaws? I think it just kept getting corny.
It's more.
There's
like,
a new
I've never
one
seen
with what's that guy LL Cool J in it, where they're like on a cruise ship and that big monster shark.
That's not
where it's-
Jaws though.
No, it's not. But it's like a.
That's like
it's
the
like
Meg
a,
or something
It's like a
like that.
modern. It's like a modern
yeah.
Jaws, right? Because Jaws is like old. But what's the what was the
The
name?
Megalodon?
The Meg.
Yeah,
Meg.
yeah. That'd be like nowadays. You watch those.
Wow.
And I
I'd be
think they did
afraid.
make multiples of those.
I'd be afraid. I don't
Didn't
like.
see those
I don't
either.
like horror or like scary.
See, that's not horror to me.
No.
Yeah.
I did quotations. It was just like a thriller, if you
Yeah,
will.
thriller. I
just-
like thrillers and
No.
action movies. Yeah.
Nope. I do action movies, but thrillers.
No. Snakes on a Plane. It's not a 4th of July movie. But
I'm
Meg
too scared to
makes
watch
sense.
that
Never
one.
You've never watched Snakes on a Plane?
Never
No.
seen it.
Oh my gosh.
It doesn't even sound appealing to me. Like snakes on a plane, like woo.
It just freaks me out.
No,
Like open the door.
I hate snakes. I
Samuel
hate them.
L.
I hate them.
Jackson, Snakes in a Plane? Oh my gosh.
I choose not to watch it.
It doesn't appeal to me.
No, my neighbor found a rattlesnake on Friday. I'm not terrified.
I saw one Friday
But
night,
there
not a
are-
rattlesnake, but like when we got home from the venue, I was taking Tucker out to potty, and there was like this little baby snake just like slithering around.
Like a garden snake.
I don't know what it was.
Not
It was like a
venomous?
translucent color. I don't know what it was, but it was just like slithering around, and I was like, "Ooh, Tucker, let's go this way."
Mm-hmm.
I dislike all snakes.
Yes.
Especially the rattlesnakes really freak me out. The fact that they
Yeah.
found one right here.
Yeah.
Really freaks me out. They also killed it, put it in front of their house with a sign saying that it was dead, so people did not think that there was a live rattlesnake in front of their curb. And apparently someone took it to like go skin it. And I was
Wait.
like, oh.
Did they
okay.
tell them they were taking it?
I think so.
Oh.
I don't even understand why you would put it in front of your house with a sign. Like, what was the purpose? I don't get
Because
it.
you got to
to
put
get
it at
rid
the
of the
road.
snake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's for the trash people to come
Yeah,
pick
so
up.
the city can come by and pick up your stuff, like the trash you put by the
What
road.
else are you going to do? Just leave it rotting in your yard?
Yeah.
Put it in the trash.
So they put a sign up
That said it's dead?
and they couldn't just throw it in a trash bag?
Well, I mean, I guess you could have done that, but
It's more
clearly
amusing
people
that way.
wanted it, so they said they put a sign that said it's dead and free to a good home. I thought it was a joke, but apparently people actually take them to skin them.
To make
Cowboy boots.
Yeah, I guess.
Probably your next hat, Elmi.
Last week there was a ball python.
Mm.
It was white and big. But I did learn that was the friendliest snake. Those are one of the friendliest snakes.
They just squeeze you to death.
What was the
Probably.
story in Tuscaloosa?
Oh,
with
the
snake?
Teton python. Oh my gosh, yeah.
Did they ever find that thing?
No, they never found the Teton python. And it was awesome because it got loose. It was like a 15-foot yellow python or something.
Yeah.
I mean, it was crazy. So somebody created a Twitter account for the Teton python and was like posting as the Teton python. And then that's when the North Alabama meth squirrel story dropped. And so then somebody made a Twitter account for the meth squirrel, and it was like talking to the Teton python.
Wow.
And I was just like, oh my God, Alabama is Alabama-ing.
It's so sweet.
Wow. And they never found it.
They never found the snake.
So it's in some sewer
Now,
somewhere.
did you guys ever see the video of the kangaroo that got loose?
No.
Yes.
Oh my
Like
gosh.
swimming across
and it was
the river or something?
swimming across Lake Tuscaloosa.
Yeah.
And then somebody just I think they got out of a boat or something, I don't know, and just tackled this kangaroo
Oh my gosh.
to capture it. And everyone is coming out of the woodwork to be like, that's not my kangaroo. And I'm like, so you have a different kangaroo? Like, how many kangaroos are around here? That everyone is coming up and being like, I promise it's not my kangaroo. Like, I still have mine.
So there's a bunch of kangaroos. in
Interesting.
Tuscaloosa. So did they ever find the owner?
I think that they did, but I don't know I don't know that they returned the
Poor
kangaroo. I'm not sure what the
I don't know. I hear they're mean.
rehabilitation
They're
plan
mean.
is.
Some of
Yeah,
them look
they'll
like
fight.
jacked.
Yeah.
They are. Like, I've seen some really mean ones with some dogs and stuff. Like,
Yeah, no,
They
will
fight?
They will fight
Yeah.
you.
It will
That's why
punch.
that's why the person had to tackle it from behind.
And they they look like, you look at their
They look
arms,
grown
they
men.
look like grown men with their
muscles. Yes. Like,
I mean,
almost
this
like
was
I'm
like
side
a
eyeing, like,
Days
okay.
manhunt for this kangaroo.
It was hilarious.
Wow.
It was wild.
That's wild because I think, and this is probably because of the maybe cartoons or things that are out there about their Joey and in their pouch.
They look all
So I don't
sweet.
see
Yeah.
And they look all cute. And
right
Uh-huh. You gotta get TikTok again.
again. I've
TikTok,
never
you'll
had
see
TikTok.
'em.
Never had TikTok.
Oh, well,
I'm
you
not
need
going
it.
to.
Oh, well.
No, because I will spend too much time on it. I can't.
I spend way too much time. And I bought 3 things from TikTok Shop this weekend alone. So
What'd you buy?
Gosh.
I bought Matt a beard trimmer that sucks up his hair.
Oh, nice.
It's like as it trims, it's sucking it up. So
Smart.
no mess,
That's
right?
nice. That's nice.
What else I got? I don't remember what I got now. I got that little stitch thing that does one stitch, so it'll keep your bra straps with your clothes. And then I bought a straightener. I just keep buying stuff. It's because it's bad. It's like infomercials on my phone.
Yeah.
And
You
like,
get it right
And
away.
they really make you think that those things work perfectly and flawlessly.
and so far, everything I have bought has been great because I got the detachable handle pots and pans, and those are perfect.
Are they
Great,
really good?
yes. Yeah, I love
Use
them.
them
Love
with or
'em.
without the arm
Yes.
thing.
Yeah, you take the arm off, you put the lid on, put it in the fridge.
Oh.
Yeah, it's perfect. I cooked I put 8 eggs in that sucker. Okay, 8 eggs in this little pot thing, and it cooked perfect scrambled eggs.
Oh.
Perfect. And I
And
don't ever
you
cook.
cooked?
I was about to say, who
Wow.
are you?
If I cook, it's gonna be breakfast because I'm hungry and everyone else is asleep, and I'll get up early. So yes, so I was impressed. I haven't bought anything from TikTok Shop that I was not happy with.
My TikTok right now is filled with the Le Creuset mystery boxes.
Oh, yeah.
What's that?
Okay, so
Do I need to know? Am I gonna buy it?
you're probably not, but Le Creuset is like is it stoneware kinda?
I'm thinking of
so,
LaCroix.
yeah.
I'm thinking
No,
of those
no,
drinks.
not LaCroix.
It's like stoneware, and it's like these big like Dutch oven pots and
Yeah,
pans
it's
kind
like
of thing.
real fancy stuff.
But they're like $350 for like one pot. And so like apparently they have these sales where people go and they can go in there and buy certain things at like 50-60% off. But they also sell these mystery boxes for like $150, $100, something
I
like
don't know
that.
how much they are.
And people like that's all my TikTok has been is people opening their mystery boxes. And I do not own any of this. I don't really care about it.
Yeah.
Don't really want it. But for some reason I'm like I need to know what's in this mystery box.
Because it's a mystery.
Yeah.
Because it's the unknown.
Is it worth this money? Do
Yeah.
I get something more than...
Did you
Do they always get something more?
Yeah, I mean, it looks like great stuff, and in my head, oh my gosh, all of a sudden I need this. No, I don't.
Yeah.
Like, no, I'm never gonna cook this. What am I gonna use this
So
for?
that means I don't need to watch it because I will definitely buy it,
Oh, yeah.
even if I don't want it.
My
Need it.
TikTok is currently filled with people going to Hermes stores to try to buy Birkins and Kellys. I didn't even understand that there was like this thing, like you couldn't go in and buy them. Like
No,
you had to
you
be
can't.
chosen to buy one, and then you could only buy what bag is selected. And I'm having to.
Speaking a new language.
I know.
I
I
don't know
was
what
to
you're
me
talking
too.
about.
I had to Google all of it,
Okay.
and then I'm like, why did I do any of this? It's never going to apply to me.
Because you could just go on the Kardashian closet and buy a used one for $65,000.
I could do that. Won't do that. Won't ever own any of these things. But for some reason, TikTok is like, this is what she wants to watch. And they're kind of right because I was so confused that there was this whole process that I didn't know about and didn't understand that I literally had to go through and Google everything.
don't
and try
like-
to-
But I cannot believe... I'm about to flip the script here. I cannot believe I did not tell y'all in the... went earlier. I was in the ABC store and I was looking at things and I hear that this woman comes in and she's like, hey, I got the wine delivered here. Can you check see if it's back there? And I was like, so immediately I have to look at her and I'm like, what do you mean you got wine delivered here?
Isn't it illegal in Alabama to get
Yeah.
wine delivered?
Yeah, I guess. So I asked her and I'm like, hey, just curious, why did you have to get the wine delivered here to this liquor store? And she said because it can't be sent to her, what's this, like,
Home address?
Yeah, her home address. And I was like, oh, okay, well, what is it? She's like, I don't know what wine it is. I was like, tell me more. And she said that her and her friend, I don't know. So this was earlier this week. She said on Sunday, which has probably happened now, or earlier, on Sunday, her and her friend were joining a Zoom call that somebody from California was hosting a wine tasting, and that's why she didn't know the wine, because they recommended it, and so she got it. So she was doing a wine tasting and pairing and all the things, and like somebody's gonna be talking through it with her, and I was like, oh my gosh, that is so cool. And she's like, yeah, I'm gonna see how it goes. We just want to have a girls' night. And I was like, well, listen to our podcast. That's what we do. We're
Yeah.
blah, blah. And she was like, all right, cool, I'll listen. But I just was like, nice how somebody's doing a Zoom call and here's the wine. I guess I didn't go into it too deep with her, but I guess she got pairings, what they said to get.
That's interesting.
I know.
Yeah,
I thought so too.
think that, I don't know, it might have changed where you could get it to your home address now, but for the longest time you couldn't have any alcohol delivered to your home address. So if you were out in, Napa or Sonoma trying wines and wanted some delivered to your house, or, join one of those wine of the month clubs, they had to deliver them they had to ship it to an ABC store, and you picked it up there. You might still have to do that. I'm not sure.
I think so.
Things seemed a little more relaxed when I was out there last year, but we still didn't have any wine delivered to our
Well, you
house, so
get
I'm not
those
sure.
like $60 off the wine of the month club thing or whatever, like, and you can't use them in Alabama.
Right.
And that's because I tried. That's how I know. I
Why
tried.
can't you use them?
It's illegal to deliver alcohol to a home address. I don't know why.
I guess it's like, don't know if it's
Alabama
21. You're giving it to a 21-year-old, I guess.
I don't know. I think it's
I
just one
thought
of those
Well, I
Alabama
mean, some
things.
no, it's just an Alabama thing, because some other states will say, like, you have to show proof of age upon arrival.
Yeah. I mean, it was fascinating from the time that I learned you could get wine delivered to the ABC store, and then I was like, well, what kind of wine is that? Like, obviously it's not in Alabama. Like, we haven't tasted it, so it was just neat. And I was like, oh my god, we could
That's neat.
We did a Zoom call.
Yeah, what up? You're hanging with forceps in. So sorry, I just couldn't believe it. I can't believe it just now. I'm saying that story.
This went quick. I think it was our bomb pops.
And we will be right back.
Hey sippers, this is Brianna from 4 Sips In. If you love candles as much as I do, check out Great Bear Wax Company. The soy wax candles are hand poured in small batches and the scents are amazing. Use code Brianna for 10% off your purchase on burnbear.com. Hope you enjoy.
Hey, it's LB from 4 Sips In. Are you a mom who could benefit from postpartum support? Check out happymomswellness.com to learn more about this valuable monthly support that is delivered straight to your door. Use code PODCAST to get 10% off your first order of the postpartum monthly subscription boxes.
All right, Laura, just do your toast and roast.
Okay, so toast. I want to toast my socks. Toast my socks. And I know you guys can't see this, so I'm not stupid. But they have my dog TJ on them.
Aw, very cute.
So I'm excited because socks make me happy. It's the little things, right? And Matt gets me socks because he knows I love socks. And these have my dog picture on them. And so when I'm picking out socks and I'm having a bad day, I'm just going to be like, oh, I'm going to wear TJ's face on my socks. And it makes me feel better. And so I'm toasting my socks. I'm roasting somebody that just like drops something, like drops a mic and then walks away and you can't like respond. So I don't have a specific example. But it's one of my biggest pet peeves because every single conversation I have to tie a bow around, right? Like it has to stop. It has to end. It has to it's a box, right? And it's a little bow.
Hold on, but you're the one that wants to just be done with the conversation and walk away. I don't understand.
True, but it's done. It's done when I walk away.
It's done already.
Done for you.
It's done.
Conversations involve two people at least.
But some people like don't even give you that option. They drop something, right? And you don't have a chance to ask questions and understand. You don't have a chance to like comprehend. They're just like think about it and walk away. Or it's an argument and they walk away.
Oh, so they don't have to literally drop a mic.
No, they don't drop a mic.
Okay.
It's just like I can't continue this conversation with you or this argument with you, and I can't ask the questions I need to ask, and I can't just say the things I need to say because I just feel better if I can just say the things I need to say. And I can't do any of that. And so I'm sitting here on pins and needles until the next time I'm going to see you, which can be a week, can be 2 weeks, it can be a month. I mean, it's not finished. There's no bow around that conversation. So I replay and I have these conversations in my head where like it could have went this way or it could have went this way or it could have went 30 different ways, and so I will have all of these conversations in my head until I have the real conversation, which turns out like it's not a big deal, but does that not make sense?
A little bit.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, does anyone do that to you guys where they just like
Be like playing conversations in your head over and over and over and over again and realizing at the end it's not a big deal? Yeah, that's all the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm not that one.
Does that happen where it feels like someone just talks at you and then like walks away and you're just like, what did I just experience? What just happened to me? Yeah. I mean, that absolutely happens. But I would say that if I feel like it's not finished, I try to re-engage quickly.
But if you can't.
Or Brianna runs out to my desk with that blank face and goes,
Yeah, exactly. Like, what did I just experience? And then I'm like, well, I guess it's over.
Some people you
And
just
then
don't
it's just
see
kind
and you can't approach, or
Everybody's got a phone.
yeah, but sometimes it's just not possible to have that continuation of the conversation. Sometimes it just is what it is, and then you just like or the other person is so mad, they're like, I need time. And so you've got to give them that time, right? Sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. No, that's a tough one.
I go crazy because then I have to have 5,000 conversations in my head about how it could have turned
Do
out.
people regularly tell you that they're mad at you?
I mean, not regularly, but I feel it.
Oh, okay.
I will like internalize that as like, oh,
So
they're
you-
mad at me, but it turns out they're not.
Okay.
Or we're just in a discussion and they'll drop something and be like, I just need some time to figure this out. I'll be like, okay. And then time goes by and I'm coming up with all these scenarios because I'm an overthink. I'm gonna pretend that this is how this situation could have gone. I'm gonna have every single possible scenario in my head is going to play out in my head. Is that not normal? Is that not how you guys?
No, I mean, that's fair. That sounds incredibly frustrating.
Yeah. So yeah, roast to that. Like if you have something to tell me, just like make sure you have enough time to follow it up. Make sure that I can ask questions because I'm gonna ask about 20 so that I can completely understand. And then make sure we can tie a bow around it, because if you tie a bow around it, it's finished, it's done.
Right.
Both parties feel like it's done, right? You can both walk away. Don't just stop and walk away and leave me hanging.
You know what I'm going to be doing from now on.
No, no.
Do you think the other person ever feels like there was a bow on the conversation, but then doesn't
Probably.
realize that
Yeah.
you don't feel that way?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because I feel
100%.
like that could happen to me a lot, where I would just think
it's
that
done.
the other person, that it's done.
Mm-hmm. No, definitely. I mean, it could just be a me thing. It could just be a me problem. But yeah, Matt will sometimes we'll have a conversation. He'll just be like, and then I'm just like thinking about it for a week, and then I'll bring it up again. He's like, "Oh, I thought we were done with this." I'm like, "Wait, what?" Like, no, I've been thinking about this for a week straight.
Yeah, Laura, Matt's your husband. Why didn't you bring it? I know you see him more than once a week.
I could, but I've got to think through every scenario. Like, I don't know, right? Am I alone here, Nikki?
I think through every scenario, but it's usually a build up to a conversation, not a bomb that somebody dropped on me. But I guess it could be a bomb. But usually it's me having anxiety about a conversation that I need to have.
Right.
Yeah, I do that too.
Yeah, I would say that I initiate more difficult conversations than difficult conversations come to me. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't feel like I couldn't tell you the last time someone left me and said well, I'll just have to think about this. I can't even think of the last time that happened to me.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it doesn't. I don't know. Maybe I
But
feel like
I get you. That sounds so frustrating.
Maybe they don't feel like that's how they leave it. And maybe it's just my interpretation of it, honestly. But yeah, I will also think about, the 30 ways that I could potentially broach this subject. And it's a difficult conversation. And what's the best way for me to broach the subject? I will play out absolutely every single scenario that it could possibly go.
Yeah, and that one's rough because then you've probably made it 10 times worse than it ever was going to be.
Every time. Yeah.
Every single time.
Every single time. Yeah. So on that note, cheers to
Finishing conversations.
finished conversations with the bow.
And the 4th of July.
Thanks, guys. Happy 4th of July.